Genshin Impact is not a free-to-play game. I think most of us know this, as due to events like Stygian and the theater, our free-to-play friends have dwindled. There once was a time when the sole reason we had for playing this game was just to admire Liyue sunsets, but recently it seems more of it comes from the feeling of swiping your credit card just to cope with losing your 50-50. Honestly, I would too if I had to wait months just for another livestream for only 2 wishes. So to bring back the joy I once felt entering Sumeru for the first time, and the ignorant bliss of thinking 100 damage is decent, and most of all for freedom, I'm starting a no-wish account. We instantly get hit with an unskippable cutscene recounting of how we fell from the sky with our brother, faced off against the embodiment of time. We have a cool aerial battle until time catches up with us, and I end up having to pick a twin to sacrifice. I end up choosing the one I didn't save on my main account, and proceed to name her after a soup I like. Just for this video's challenge, let's see how many wishes I can get in, well, let's say 14 hours. Doable within a week for most people.
Get my brother back!
We then meet Paimon, and already I was feeling the nostalgia of playing this game for the first time. We finally get to exit the cutscene and meet that AR1 sign in all its beauty. I get to relive a childhood memory of being happy dealing this little damage, and after reaching the first teleport statue, I freak out a little over how long it will take me to unlock all the statues of the 7 with only Kaya. I mean, he can sprint, but not really much else. Climbing up with all my 100 stamina, I turned around to take in what used to be my home for 2 whole months. That's right, that. For 2 whole months. After jumping up and down at the thought of leaving homelessness behind, I passed through the woods into another cutscene. This time though, it was way better. Also here, I decided to jump off before I realized I didn't even have my glider yet. So I had to double check if my plunge attack worked in case I died early from fall damage. We followed our little floating guide around Mondstadt to our first statue of the 7, where we got blessed with the power of wind. Which would also later turn out to be slightly malfunctional. Oh, and we got to see our first ever part of the map. After beating up more tutorial enemies with our new powers, we investigate a giant dragon that we seem to think we can definitely beat, despite being like only level 5 at this point. After our powers malfunction worse than a broken air conditioner, and somehow we don't get killed by the dragon, we end up stealing his depression tears and achieve adventure rank 3. Here we also run into the second person we actually get to talk to, and after a bit of awkwardness, Amber joins our team. We team up for a short while to kill some monsters, and after a short talk, run to Mondstadt finally.
Thanks for the backup. How'd it feel?
Spoilers, this is where Amber gives us the ability to glide, but our joyous celebration is soon interrupted by Dvalin, aka Storm Terror, aka this dragon that we thought we could beat, who tries to kill us for likely stealing his tears from before. After simply not dying while getting picked up by a tornado, we receive help from an anonymous sponsor, managed to somehow defeat the dragon in all of 2 minutes, likely boosting our ego up even more, and make it back alive knowing our brother would be incredibly disappointed if we died to the weakest weekly boss in all of Teyvat. After hitting adventure rank 5, we eventually arrive at the Knights of Favonius headquarters and unlock a bunch of stuff.
I brought them.
These included the shop, which unfortunately for us, we will never use, wishing, which we will also never use, and domains, which we will be doing quite a lot of. After this it gets pretty calm, but it turns out at this point, we might be the most broke character in the entire game. I mean, I think even Zhongli has better artifacts than me here. After being greatly disappointed at that, we enter Amber's domain and clear it, and from here on out, we help Lisa, Kaya, and also get Barbara from curing Dvalin the dragon of his depression. Also, just appreciating the amount of detail that the devs put into this game, but how did the areas they likely completely skimmed over, like the ceiling of this domain, still manage to turn out beautiful? Like, where is the sunlight here coming from? Are some of the domain entrances just sinkholes? Anyway, back on track, it's time to fast forward through a character showcase at the end of the 3-day period. I ended up getting all the way to the Liyue Archon quests, and additionally did Diluc's and Xiangling's story quests, and that brought me up to adventure rank 25 at the time. Lynette was the free character I got there, and for my standard exploration team, I used Kaya for raw physical DPS, a Nemo Traveler for the lore purposes, Barbara for healing, and Lisa for standard elemental reactions like Overload and Electrocharge. And this team managed to actually clear all the way up to floor 3, chamber 3, but with literally all level 0 artifacts or level 40 weapons, I couldn't get many stars for floor 3. After I got Xiangling from there though, I leveled her up and substituted her for a Nemo Traveler, and that got me to be able to clear Abyss to the point that I could get Kale for free. Now that I've mentioned Abyss, the real question on your minds is probably, how many wishes do you have? Well, there it is. 6,335 primos, 36 acquaint wishes, and 4 intertwined wishes. We could have traded in 39 more fates from primo gems, but nothing too game changing as this is only with floors 1 and 2 of Abyss done. So let's see how many more primos we can get. This will be the team that I will be using, and for the record, this time floor 3 was light work. Chamber 1 and 3 were already full cleared the first time around, so the only real task that needed to be finished was Chamber 2, which we got out of the way. Anyway, here's me setting up for floor 4, and this is where my lack of a good healer started to really become apparent. These are level 40 characters going up against level 50 enemies, so the enemies take less damage, and the fact that I was free to play quickly started to show. I reset Chamber 1 alone several times, but after 5 attempts or so, I finally got it. The rest of floor 4 wasn't too bad, considering I just needed to time every skill, burst, and character rotation I used well, but floor 5, well, you can see here. I was getting straight bodied for this section. In the end, I had to try switching up the teams, but even that didn't work, as the difference between my character's levels and the enemies would virtually guarantee taking even a simple Hilichurl needed 1 or sometimes 2 of my character's ultimates. I eventually gave up on floor 5 due to dying and restarting too many times to count, and also because I didn't have a single method of healing for half the chambers. So just like that, we're up 300 primo gems. Let's go. Some final notes I had for you, the viewers, is that if you're thinking of trying this type of challenge, whether for a newer playstyle, or maybe just wondering how I did so little while getting so many primo gems, I will say I managed to clear Stygian Onslaught normal mode with the help of a friend, and also because this was filmed during version 5.8, since in the middle of video production my motherboard broke down, which pushed back the video release quite a bit, but I managed to finish the summer event, which in total gave out 1,180 primos, and half of the limited time Natlan Island exploration rewards, which was another 200 primos. I didn't meet Anefa on this account yet, or even get Kachina, which would have helped greatly in the Spiral Abyss. But as far as 3 days go, I think this is an accurate representation of the amount of time investment to reward ratio you can expect as a newer Genshin player, or maybe someone picking the game back up. Since I didn't even unlock Inazuma yet, I'll prove that I didn't gain any primo gems from collecting oculi or chests by just showing my map as of the 3-day mark. Dragonspine not even lit up, Mondstadt and Liyue exploration almost non-existent, very few domains unlocked so no good artifacts, Fontaine's not lit up, Sumeru was only partly lit to get Dendro Traveler, and yeah, Inazuma is still there, still dark. The only lit up region outside of the obvious ones is Natlan, but even there exploration is like 10%, which isn't much to be honest. In the end, if you're truly looking to make a new account, or want to start Genshin in 2025 or 2026, my testing outside of this video's recording shows you'll be able to get your first 75 wishes, aka the least amount to have a major chance to get a 5-star on any of the limited banners in around 18 hours. Or maybe even less, assuming you pull a few times and get a character who can help you travel faster than Kaya. As long as you like the art style of Genshin, there will likely always be something in the future that will allow you to come back, even if you grow older and just want to visit the game for nostalgia. If you enjoyed this, comment what you would tell newer players watching, and of course subscribe and like if you want to help support me to make more videos.